Hi guys, excuse me, I have no makeup on and everything. I was gonna vlog today and then I decided not to, but I did want to share a story with you. You may have heard about this on my my Instagram story a while ago, but for those who don't follow me on Instagram or just didn't feel like reading a whole thing on Instagram stories, as you can tell by the title, it is my, how did I describe this? Best Buy delivery nightmare or experience, but I'm gonna call it a nightmare. Okay, so my family ordered a refrigerator from Best Buy. I did all the research. We literally found the perfect one that we wanted. And so we went to Home Depot and Lowe's and they both said it was backward till June. And this was in March. And so we went to the Best Buy store because they actually had like almost the exact one in the store so we could see it. And the people in the store were lovely. Like the salespeople in the appliance section were just like so helpful and kind and nice and not rude at all. And so they said that we could order the refrigerator. This was a Friday and we could order it for Monday. My mom didn't want to get it that soon because she works on weekends and she wanted to have like time so we can empty out the old refrigerator and everything like that. So we had planned to get it like 2 weeks from then, and Monday after Easter. We planned to get it the Monday after Easter. So Easter weekend, we were cleaning out the refrigerator, we didn't go grocery shopping, we didn't want to fill it up. We were putting stuff in the cooler and everything. We had it scheduled to come between 8 and 12 on that Monday. Well, that Monday it decided to snow. My area, not very much. It was like maybe 2 inches, and in New Jersey that's like literally nothing. But because we knew the refrigerator was going to be delivered, my dad and I went out and shoveled the driveway, which was completely just about clear. Like there was a few little pieces of snow that literally were no big deal. So anyways, we cleared out the driveway and we saw the truck pulling down the street, and the guy driving the truck did not know how to drive. He kept swerving back and forth. He kept slamming on the gas to get through the snow. I mean, it was 2 inches of snow. I drive a little coupe car and my car could get through it. And literally right in front of this truck, my dad backed our SUV out of the driveway perfectly fine. And this is like a huge, humongous truck. And the guy, first of all, there's 2 guys in the car. One didn't speak English at all. He kept, instead of saying snow, he was pointing at the ground saying snow, snow, but he was saying no, no. So that was really great communication. Like, as soon as that happened, my dad was like, I don't even trust these people to put it in. Like, they don't know how to drive, they can't even communicate with us. And the other guy in the truck was sleeping. So that was great. This was also pretty early in the morning. Like I said, it was supposed to come between 8 and 12. It was maybe 9 o'clock when they got here. And they just were like, I'm leaving, I can't do this. But they didn't say I'm saying it that way. They just left and like pulled out the street. And so we obviously immediately called Best Buy and we're like, they didn't call first. Oh, that was another thing I forgot to mention. When we ordered it and like made the delivery schedule, they said, okay, well, they're gonna call a half hour before they get to you so that you can empty out your refrigerator and everything, because obviously you don't want to just keep everything in the freezer, in a cooler or something for ages. They didn't call us, so they just showed up. So as soon as they pulled up, my mom was like throwing things out of the refrigerator in the freezer, and obviously that was pointless because they left. And when we called Best Buy, they said, okay, well, we'll call them and try to get them to turn around. They wouldn't turn around. They said they can't get through the snow. They couldn't do it. They just couldn't deliver it. They could get through the snow because about 5 minutes, not even, maybe 2 minutes after they left, we had an oil delivery for the heater, like, you know, like the oil for the heat. And the guy pulled all the way up the driveway to the back door and had absolutely no problem, was done in less than 5 minutes. So, okay, makes a lot of sense. Obviously being furious and no one being able to give us a straight answer when we called and talked to the people, like, at Best Buy again, they said, oh, well, it doesn't matter, like, if they couldn't drive through the snow because they don't pull up driveways. Like, they're not allowed to pull up driveways. They park in the street and then, like, take the dolly and put the refrigerator on that. And so we were like, okay, well, if that was the case, they had even more of an easy chance because they were literally right in front of the house, like, on the street. All they had to do was get the refrigerator off the truck and go up the driveway. The driveway was clear, easily a clear path for them to get through. And that day it had melted within an hour of the snow anyway. It just didn't make any sense. And then someone was trying to tell us, oh, well, they knew they couldn't deliver it in this weather, so why would they drive all the way from the warehouse or wherever to our house? They maybe didn't expect us to be outside. I don't really know what that whole situation was. But so we were obviously furious, and I was on the phone all day complaining, being like, this is unbelievable. We were also gonna go away that Wednesday. So we told them, like, we scheduled it for delivery today for that reason, so why can't you come back now? The snow's gone, like, why can't they just come back? Like, push some appointments, whatever. And they said, oh, the people refused to come back. Like, the people in that truck refused to come back. okay, great, wonderful, what the hell? I called back and was like, that's not acceptable, like, you're coming today, like, this is unbelievable. And so the guy said, yeah, okay. He got on the phone with the people on the truck and said, yes, they'll come back tonight. He said, okay, as soon as they call you, they're gonna call you like a half hour before they get there, and as soon as they call you, you call me back because I want to be like aware of everything. This is the manager at the store that we ordered it from. And so I was waiting for a call. And then this same guy called me back and said, okay, well, they're leaving their last job, so they should be on their way. And this was like 7 o'clock at night, 7:15. I still didn't get a call for like an hour. Then at 8 o'clock, I get a call from a woman who works at the warehouse saying, are my guys there yet? And I said, no, they're not. Like, I didn't get a call, nothing. And she said, oh my gosh, let me call you right back. So she talks to the guys and she said, oh, they're 5 minutes away. They were not 5 minutes away. They weren't, because I was on the phone with her for 5 minutes, more, maybe 15 minutes. They never showed up. And then it was too dark out for them to deliver it because they'd have to take the doors off to get it in the house, and they had to move our other refrigerator into a different location, and it was too dark out. Like, we have an outside light, but like they can't be delivering in the dark. And obviously it was their problem. Like, they were leaving their last location like over an hour ago and still didn't show up. So obviously we didn't get it that first day. We didn't get it the second day either. Yeah. So it was supposed to come that Tuesday, but they kept telling us, oh no, it can't come because it's some protocol. It has to be in the system before midnight, so we can only deliver it Wednesday, which is the day we were going away. And I was like, that's unbelievable. Like, you can't override this protocol because you guys like so royally screwed up. And the woman on the phone, the warehouse lady who was talking to me, who like works with the people who drive the truck, I guess, said, yeah, you know what, we're gonna force it onto the truck for tomorrow to be there. She said, we'll call you in the morning to let you know what time to expect it. They called us in the morning and said no longer, like, we can't deliver it on Tuesday because it wasn't put on the truck, like, it's just not on the truck. So I was starting to think immediately at that point, maybe they don't even have it. Like, maybe this refrigerator isn't even there. Maybe it is backward until June. But Best Buy was just trying to get the sale, so they're gonna keep like putting it off and putting it off. Like, I don't understand. Literally made no sense. Why would they drive all over our house? Like, none of it made sense. And then we kept getting like different stories from everyone. We obviously didn't get it Tuesday. We were leaving like 11:30 noon on Wednesday. It actually came on Wednesday, but they knew that they had so royally screwed up so many times, promised us it was going to come 3 different times. So they came, and my dad was like, they sent the A-team, because the people who delivered it actually ended up delivering it were amazing. They were not the same people as the first day. They put everything together perfectly and everything was great. The only thing is that you pay about $40, $39 or $29.99 for a pipe thing, like a tube that goes behind the refrigerator for water, and that automatically goes onto your bill because it's like some kind of protocol that they have to put it in for safety precautions, whatever. But they said if you don't need it, like, they won't use it and you can bring it to the store and return it for that money back. So when everything was said and done, we got the refrigerator, it was working wonderful. We thought, okay, great, we're done with this, that's it. They didn't give us the pipe. Like, we had our own. Like, my dad went to the Lowe's and bought one for like $11. Why spend $30 when you could spend $11? And so they didn't even take it out of the truck. And so we couldn't bring it back to the store to return it. So when we called and complained and said finally we got it, and like they were like, okay, we're gonna give you like $125 off for your inconvenience, whatever. We also told them, like, well, by the way, we didn't get that pipe, so like, right, we shouldn't be charged for that pipe or that wire or whatever the heck it was, tube. And the woman said, okay, like, no problem, great. And then my mom gets an email saying that they're gonna send out the pipe or the wire or whatever it is. They're gonna send it out to us. And we were like, yeah, no, like, we don't want that. So my mom called again. They said, oh, you can disregard that. Like, we just need to put it into the system so we can, like, say you got it and then return it to take the money off the bill. So that's what happened. And then later that day, after the woman told my mom to disregard it, we got another email saying shipment confirmation, like, it should be here tomorrow morning. And we were like, okay, I guess we're just going to disregard that too, until the next day happened and a guy tried to deliver the pipe. And my dad was like, yeah, we're not accepting that. Like, I'm not signing anything. I'm not taking it. Like, we don't want this. We said we didn't want it. And the guy was like, well, can you sign this, like, to say you refuse? Like, no. He was like, no, I'm not signing anything. Like, you're not supposed to, like, give this to us. So he had to take it back. And when we called and said, oh, someone tried to, like, give this to us, there was no one there available to help us. Like, there was literally no one to talk to on the phone. I also got an email because I had gone away from my parents and like talked to someone because I knew they were getting frustrated, and someone emailed me and said, oh, you're not going to be charged for that, like, don't worry, we refunded you. Okay, interesting. But then we got another call from the Best Buy saying, oh, like, when can we reschedule your delivery for that too? honestly, just don't ever get something from Best Buy. Like, the problem is we got Best Buy because you get like 5% back on your Best Buy card when you spend over a certain amount, and so we were doing that. We thought, oh, okay, we'll buy the microwave or the oven because we're like redoing the whole kitchen from there too, when we get the 5% off, great. But now we don't want to order anything from Best Buy again, so I thought, okay, well, if we get a microwave and they have it in stock, we could just buy it and like bring it home ourselves. But honestly, like, I'm trying to be really nice about this because I know it's not anyone's particular fault, I guess, but the communication there is just a joke. Like, Best Buy doesn't have their own people driving this truck. Like, it's not a Best Buy truck. It's a third party that they hire to do it, I guess, to make things cheaper for them or something. We've gotten furniture from Raymour and Flanigan, but Raymour and Flanigan is the one giving it to us. The truck says Raymour and Flanigan, the workers are employed by Raymour and Flanigan, but the Best Buy people who came to deliver it weren't Best Buy people. Like, Best Buy hires a third party warehouse people to do this, and they don't want to do the work, or they're just lazy. Like, I don't know what the whole thing was about the first day that they didn't want to deliver it. It literally made absolutely no sense. Also, the guy didn't know how to drive the truck. Like I said, he drove over our lawn. We have like a big divot in it now. He just obviously didn't want to deliver it. Like, it just made no sense to us, and it was like an entirely horrible experience. People were calling us and calling the wrong phone numbers on the account, and like, everyone had a different story. Like, one person would call us and tell us something, and then we'd call back later and someone had no idea what we're talking about. And it was just a joke. And to be honest, when I was looking up their refrigerators, I was looking at Home Depot, Lowe's, like all the regular stores you'd get like appliances from. And the Best Buy, the only negative reviews I saw were delivery, customer service, things like that. And I thought, that's so weird because I bought my laptop, I bought my camera, like, I bought a lot from Best Buy. And I was thinking back and like thinking, oh, it wasn't that bad. But the thing is, when Best Buy obviously hires capable, competent people for the store, you know, for sales, because when I bought both of these items, the person in the store was so helpful and nice. Even when my bill was wrong and they had to like lower the price or something, I called to talk to a manager at the store. He was great, and he felt so bad and like fixed everything in like one phone call. That's in the store. And even the people we talked to in the store this time seemed to like want to help. Who knows if they're lying, but it seems like the people in the store are actually trying to help, and like they're Best Buy putting the money into sales and not customer service. Because when we contacted anyone from like Best Buy corporate, not just like in that store, or we contacted the warehouse or anything, there's no communication. Like, no one knows what was going on. In fact, that one woman promised me, yes, we'll force it onto the truck for Tuesday, and that never happened. Like, where did that go wrong? Where did it go wrong the first day when they were supposed to come back to deliver it? Why didn't they just deliver it the first time? Like, I know I can see here how this is coming across as like first world problems, and it is for sure. But like, when you're spending that much money, like, I don't even want to tell you how much that refrigerator costs, but when you're spending that much money, like, you expect just like a decent delivery. Like, why would it have been that complicated? And even now it's still going on, this whole thing with the tube. Like, it's not even complete yet, and I just can't actually fathom how ridiculous this is. Like, for such a huge company like Best Buy, like, everyone's heard of Best Buy, you think they would know like how to deliver something, and they'd be capable of everything. Like, we were afraid of them installing it. Like, we thought they would do something wrong. We thought there would be nicks and dents and scratches on the refrigerator because it was apparently on the truck for 3 days, but I guess it wasn't. Like, it was just so ridiculous. And it was on a completely different truck the day that it did get arrived versus the first day. Like, I'm wondering if it was never on that truck and they just lied to us. Like, there's so many things that went wrong. I feel like I'm actually leaving stuff out because I'm like trying to block it out of my mind, but I wanted to share with you guys, if you're looking to buy new appliances, I would not go through Best Buy. And I don't even want to say it's like New Jersey Best Buy or like anything like that. Like, I don't want to say it's like just my area or just this one location. Like, because if you read the reviews of appliances online at Best Buy, the appliances have great reviews, but it was the experience of the lower reviews or all the experience. Oh, you know, this broke, or like this stopped working, I had a question about it, no one could get back to me. It's just unbelievable how horrible that service is for something that you're spending so much money on. And then literally as soon as we started threatening, like, you know what, just cancel the order, we're gonna buy our refrigerator somewhere else, that's when they finally started to put some effort in. Like, if we never called and complained, we probably would have never gotten their refrigerator. It's just actually crazy. And I just wanted to share with you guys so you know, like, don't go through Best Buy if you want something delivered, because you will have a bad experience. And like, I should have listened to those people in the reviews. I thought, oh, okay, it's one bad experience. Like, when you have a bad experience, you read those reviews and think, oh, okay, well, no one who's having like a pretty decent experience is going to go on there and like rave about it, you know? So it's usually the people who had a bad experience that want to go on there and share it. And like, I should have questioned more like why there was so many reviews that were bad of Best Buy. And like, I'm letting you guys know now, there is a reason, and you should not use Best Buy, and like they really either need to get their own delivery service and like their own warehouse and their own people that they hire, or just get better communication with the people that they're hiring. It's actually crazy and really unfortunate and just awful, and like I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's pretty much it for this rant video, and I know I was in like a surprisingly good mood, but I just didn't want to like be in a bad mood, I guess. I'd get really angry, and it has been about a week since the refrigerator was actually delivered, so I wanted to kind of do this a little bit after, because if I did it right in the moment I would have been pissed off. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Let me know if you guys have gotten anything delivered from Best Buy, like what your experience is like. I want to know if this is like a really common or what, and if not, good for you. Hopefully you never have to. So I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.